is not me. That's not in my heart. And like I said a few moments ago, I have a solid, demonstrable record of shared power that's real and concrete, that can't be misinterpreted.
Join Tavis Smiley and an all-star panel of political insiders, influencers, and journalists for a look back at the crisis that shook LA City Hall when 4 Latino leaders were caught on tape making racist, demeaning, and derogatory statements about black people and other fellow citizens on Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. The tape, 1 year later, will broadcast live in afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later, are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape, 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580, Monday, October 9th, live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about.
You ready?
Come on! It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
In the Ferrari or Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out money ain't a thing.
Bubble hard in the double law, flashing the rings with the window crack. Holla back, money ain't a thing.
Jigga, I don't like it if it don't gleam. In the hell with the price, but the money ain't a thing.
Put it down hard for my dogs that's locked in the bang. When you hit the bricks, new whips, money ain't a thing. Come on.
Yeah, I wanna floss.
You are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. I'm your host, Robin Ayers, with you Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. On that drive home or already at home or wherever you are, welcome and thank you for listening in to the Raw Report today. Another great show for you. You know how we do. In fact, it's so good, I'm already going to put a question in the poll. I'm not even going to introduce it. You'll see it. I want to give you a couple of updates, though, before we get started, because we have some great things going on with today's show. We have an interview for you. We've got some tickets to give away. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do that a few times for you today. So I'm going to be giving away some tickets. I'll explain where you are going. If you are in Los Angeles, I can tell you I'm going to be there. We're going to have ourselves a great time. I'll explain all of that in just a moment. The updates that I want to give you, I was so happy to see Crazy Bone. He posted for the first time. Since the first time he was since he was hospitalized. You all know that he had an emergency, a medical issue that he had been dealing with, and people had said that he was fighting for his life legitimately. For 8 or 9 days straight, he was fighting for his life. And, people were pouring out their love and prayers to him online. And it's messed up that sometimes it takes that for us to kind of get it right and, send our flowers to the people that we love. And so definitely shout out to Crazy Bone. He is recovering and he posted himself. So I was very, very happy to see that. Yeah, definitely. Happy 31st anniversary to Barack and Michelle Obama. Yes, the forever president and first lady, first family. We love them. The stars are arriving at BET Hip Hop Awards. Obviously I'm not there, but I do miss the carpets. I can't lie. I miss those award shows. The carpets are always fun. You get to see what people are feeling. You get to see what people are wearing, of course, and get to talk music and all those types of things. But I got to say, I'd rather be here with you. It's just what it is. I'd rather be here talking to you on the Raw Report, but we'll definitely bring some things, if whatever is interesting. We'll bring whatever happens from the BET Hip Hop Awards to the show, to the Raw Report, and we'll talk about it at another time. Congratulations are in order for the other MJ, the other GOAT, that's Michael Jordan that I'm speaking about. He is now reportedly worth $3 billion, and he ranks among Forbes' richest 400 people. Think about this, y'all. 400 people of all the billions of people. 400 people, that is a lot of money, $3 billion. So it makes me think, I don't know if you all had watched that movie Air. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, you may remember Dame, who was here. He played Michael Jordan in that movie. So when I went to see it, I was completely inspired by him and by Michael Jordan, and just learning how he even got into the position, what helped him get in the position that he's in today, with that decision that his family had made back then. So definitely shout out to him. He is making moves. Lastly, Issa Rae, I really cherish Issa Rae. I love her work. And she has been named the creative director for 2024 American Black Film Festival. That's the ABFF. And I'm excited. I hope to make it there. You know, obviously, I love doing this show. I love being here. It's an interesting time. It's an interesting time with all of the things going on in the entertainment business. So if I ever can make it to the carpets, or if I can ever make it to some of these panels to bring you guys back these live interviews that I do with people, then I surely will do that. So I'll keep you posted on that. Andy, let's go ahead and get into the Rob Report.
Now it's time for a breakdown.
Okay, the question of the day really is based on the topic. If you are a billionaire, I have to know, do you give your family, these are your people, do you freely give money to your family? Or are you like, I don't care who you are. The reason I became a billionaire, the reason I got it like that is because I'm wise about my money. I'm smart about my money. So do you give your money freely to your family members if they ask? Or do you say, listen, you got to present a business plan just like anybody else? Andy, you had something you wanted to say?
No, I was just going to answer the question.
Tell me.
Off the rip?
Yeah.
No.
You don't give your family money freely?
My only family that I give money freely will be my lady and my mom. That's it. If my dad was still here, I'd, give some bread to my pops. Oh, and my lady's parents too.
That's sweet.
That's it.
Sweet.
Cousins, I don't know.
So you're a billionaire. I can't ask you for a couple of dollars.
You know what? Look. You know what? I'll tell you. I'll give you a couple of dollars, but just don't make it a habit.
Don't make it a habit. I think that's a very fair statement. Well, I'm asking you over in our YouTube chat. We will keep it there for a while, so you guys go ahead and you vote on that. But yes, we are talking about Jay-Z, who was having a conversation with Kevin Hart in Kevin Hart's his television talk show. And they started talking about money and what it takes to become to that billionaire status that Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce, that whole family, they're talking about it all. And he makes a very interesting statement, but he's basically saying, well, we'll tell you what he says, and we'll play actually the entire clip of this, the thing that got the entire internet stirred up. Everybody's discussing it. Everybody wants to know because people have different things that they want to talk about pertaining to that. Okay, well, we are going to get started on the other side. We've got our wonderful contributor of the day. We have a call already wanting to jump in on this conversation, but we'll do that on the other side. You are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
Hey, I'm Damian Young. I'm chilling with Robin on the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
At City National, we listen to you.
I want to expand my business and my legacy.
I want to set up the next generation for success.
I want to see my vision come to life.
I want to feel right at home.
Your goals, passions, vision, future. We want to hear it and work alongside you to achieve it. Visit cnb.com to learn more. City National Bank. Here for our clients and communities.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Tired of being locked out of job opportunities and shut down by systemic racism? KBLA stands with you in fighting for the rights of black workers, and we don't black down. The Los Angeles Black Workers Center is a dynamic alliance of workers, organized labor, community-based organizations, clergy, students, and scholars, working collectively to improve the position of the black working class. The LA Black Workers Center takes a comprehensive approach to addressing the black jobs crisis. Their programs promote access to quality jobs, racial equity in hiring and retention, discrimination-free job sites, and they prepare black workers for employment in high-wage, career-track jobs. The Black Workers Center supports workers who need help protecting their rights on the job. They give workers access to quality jobs and remove systemic barriers to employment. To sign up for free career readiness training, get involved in organizing around anti-discrimination, learn about union apprenticeship programs, or sign on to a trade registry, please visit www.lablackworkerscenter.org. That's lablackworkerscenter.org. Together, we can beat the black jobs crisis. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right. So before we get started, because it's going to move fast here, I'm going to go ahead and restart this poll because I realized I didn't put it the right way. I need you to vote on who are you, exactly how you get down with money and family. Okay, so before we get started, though, I told you I have tickets for you. I want to give tickets out throughout the entire show, okay? This particular Thursday, so listen clearly, Thursday, I'm going to give away a pair of tickets right now to Almost Jaded, which is a live comedy stand-up show. It's being recorded here at the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills. There's two ticket times or two show times, one 7 p.m., one 9:30 p.m., and it's starring our guest for today. Our guest later on, this interview that we're going to have with Barry Brewer Jr., it's his comedy stand-up. So we're going to give tickets away right now. You and a guest, you can call Andy 1-800-920-1580. But yeah, Andy, can we go ahead and get Avi Bernard, our contributor, on the line? Hey, Avi.
Hey, Robin. What's up? How are you?
Did I catch you off guard? I'm wonderful. How are you?
Oh, no, you can catch me off guard. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm ready.
I know. You always ready. I know that's right. And listen, before I get to you, Avi, and before we have a call that's on the line as well, I want to go ahead and play this clip from Jay-Z that has the entire internet stirred up. And let's see what he's got to say with his conversation with Kevin Hart. Let's take a listen.
You know what I mean? Like you'll have people that where you come from, if you behave in a certain manner, that is not accustomed to where they are, right? Some people haven't evolved past 16. They still stuck in that place, but you evolving every year. Mm-hmm. So that may be a threat to them. Subconsciously or consciously, Kev acting funny because blah, blah, blah. You have to navigate that. Mm-hmm. You have cousins. You got to go home for Thanksgiving and people are talking to you like Kevin Hart. And you going home for solace. You want family.
You're going home for peace of mind.
You're going home for peace of mind.
And they don't give you that
and your
because
cousins
you're not
your cousins in your grandma's living room saying, yo, man, I got this play. I want to, if you just give me, you know what I mean? 4,800, I could make you 2 million. You like, it don't work like that, man. But you got to explain to him, like, life isn't like that. Money isn't free and no one's giving out opportunities. If it sounds too good to be true, it's really, and then he like, oh, you don't believe in my dreams.
All right, this is one of those conversations. Avi, before I toss the microphone to you, because I know you're about to drop the mic, let's go ahead and get to Marcel, who's calling from Los Angeles. Hey, Marcel.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for taking my call. I just want to, first of all, come at Andy because he's wrong. He's wrong and he's stingy. Because if you got a Billy, I don't even know 100 people. Okay, so I'm gonna take 100 of that and give $1 million to 100 people, my closest family and friends, and I still got 900, and I'm good.
Whoa. Okay. He called you stingy. Okay, well, you know what? I think a lot, and I've seen a lot of people online who are agreeing with you. So yeah, Marcel, we gotta become friends, because if you become a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? I might get $1 million out the deal.
Yeah, everybody get $1 million, so you can leave me alone. And I say, look, I gave it to you. I'm good. I'm done.
Very, very interesting. All right. Well, thank you so much for the call and the insight. I know that after the show, I'm gonna become friends and just see if I can get $1 million out of it. Hey, Avi, thank you so much, Marcel. Avi, you've heard the clip. Where do you stand? Some people they agree with Marcel. They're like, listen, you have more than enough for family and friends. Where do you stand on it?
I think it depends on the relationship. I mean, if I'm friends with you, we don't even have to be family. If I'm friends with you and I know that you're my friend because you care about me, you care about my well-being, you care about my family, I'm happy to give you as much as you want if I'm a billionaire. Because as Marcel outlined, a billionaire is 1,000 million. 1,000 million. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of it's a lot of thousands.
Especially and for someone like Jay-Z who said in one of his songs, I lost 30 million, so I spent another 30 because unlike Hammer, 30 million can't hurt me. So money is nothing to this dude, obviously. But I do understand what he's saying because it is about the principle. And to me, if you're a relative coming to me asking for, in the example that Jay-Z gave in that interview, $4,800 to put on your play, I'm going to say, okay, well, come correct. Do you have a business plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're claiming that you're going to take my $4,800 and turn it into $2 million, show me a business plan, show me your outline, and I'll be happy to support it. But if you're going to just be throwing money at everyone who has a whim and thinks they can get money out of you just because you have it, then that's not cool. It's not cool for people to just approach you or just try to befriend you as you're going to do to Marcel after the show just because you want to get some money out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's just not cool. It's just not.
You ain't have to call me out like that, though, Avi. You ain't have to call me out. No, you right, though. You right.
But it's just not. It's just not. That's not someone. Even if I'm a billionaire, I don't want people trying to be my friend just because they want some money out of me, and I don't want that precedent set. If everyone knows I'm gonna give everyone I know $1 million, and everyone's gonna try to be my friend for that reason, and then it's already hard to trust people, but that makes it even harder. And so I don't want to set that precedent. But of course, as Andy said, my mom, my wife, obviously, my wife's family, close friends, siblings, certain cousins. You know, if me and my cousin have a close relationship, of course, how much do you want? Sure, here you go.
Wow.
Unless it becomes a thing where this is always happening, and you are now just coming to me every year or however often asking me for money, and that's the whole nature of our relationship, and that becomes unsustainable, and it becomes sad. You don't want people to like you for that.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You sound like you're somewhere in the middle. And right now, we do have, there are a few people who are agreeing with you here over in YouTube. They're saying, present a business plan. If it's that serious and you really want this money, present a business plan. But I want to hear from Wendy. She's calling from the Crenshaw district. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to keep it short, but I think it went over a lot of our heads with what he's really saying. I believe that what he's really saying is when it's holidays and you go home, and you be with your family, you just want to be with your family.
Yes.
We could talk about the Billy and the Millie later. You know, but when you go home, you want to be safe and happy and chilled and put all that other stuff aside till after the holidays.
Wendy just came and dropped the mic up in here. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what he's saying inside of that clip. You are so right. He's saying basically if you've evolved and you are a millionaire, successful, and all of these things, there are hardly places that you can go in the world where people aren't harassing you or people aren't asking you for something. So you want to go home and find solace in that safe place. But, sometimes you might have somebody who is like, yeah, cousin, come on, nephew. You know what I mean? And so Wendy's absolutely right about that. Here's where I'm going to remember it. I'm going to recall watching something that Oprah said. She was talking to a group of students, and she talked about this often, as a matter of fact, so I'm sure she's spoken on it often. She said that she used to be the type of person who, if you asked her, she would just freely give it to you. She would freely give you the money that you asked for. It was so bad where when she lived in Chicago, she was living in an apartment building, and she said people would literally come and knock on her door because her salary had been public. So people knew she had money. So it's like she can't deny and say, I don't have it. So she freely gave. And she learned. There was one particular instance where Stevie Wonder, she says, had called her because he was calling her annually. Other rich people, rich people have rich friends. So other rich people would call. But one particular time, she says Stevie called her to donate to his charity. And it's an annual thing. He had always done this. And she said that she learned to say, you know what? No, and just stand on that. And not care what comes after, not care how someone looks at her for not giving it. And rather than, having this conflict within herself saying, well, I know I have the money, I can give the money, but that's not where she wanted a certain amount of allotment to go. She, just because I have it doesn't mean that I should give it to anyone in particular. So, and then there's another point here, Avi, that most people, because I know we're talking about, I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you $1 million. If you are giving money away to people who have not grown, people who have not evolved, people who have not, expanded their horizons and their territory, they're going to spend that $1 million with the quickness, and they're going to be right back asking for more money. So you're not satisfying anybody by giving them, however large the amount. You're not satisfying anybody. So I believe what Jay-Z is also saying in that conversation is that every year we're evolving. That's how you become successful. That's how you learn to manage money and get the right people around you to manage money. So if I've done the work, you also have to do the work in order to protect the money that you'll earn. Andy?
What if he decided to maybe hire, right, some of his family members? I'm going to give you $1 million. But you're going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that you want to do, with regards to my business, I'll hire you, but you're going to have to work for it. What do you think about that?
Avi, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I think giving people high-paying jobs is a great way to give back, especially if it's someone you know. And obviously, nepotism is always a topic of discussion, but it's a great idea. You're making them earn it, and you're also giving them a really big piece of help. Really lifting them up by giving them that job. That's absolutely a great idea.
I'm gonna politely disagree with both of you. I don't think that that's the case. I do not think you are gonna give, I don't care who it is, $1 million and then say you come work for me. I've seen too many times where people will take advantage because you are family. Oh, that's just Robin. That's just, we're family. She'll get over it. She's, if I don't come into work and you start making that a habit, no, I need to treat you like and if you want to come work for me, I need to treat you like I would anyone else. And then you earn the right to get, your salary increases or a certain amount of money. I'm sorry, Andy, go ahead.
I mean, even if the million was broken down, like, you're still going to work for the year. You're not going to get the million lump sum off the rip.
You're not getting $1 million.
Yeah,
exactly.
Every 2 weeks. So you got to work for it. So kind of like what you're saying, any infraction, that means that contract is done and you're going to earn whatever it is that you earn at that point.
Avi?
Yeah, exactly. You're not giving them $1 million up front, because then ain't nobody, whether they're your family or not, they're not going to come to work. You're going to set a salary, you're going to have a contract, and you're going to make it very clear, if you don't abide by the rules of this contract, then the contract is going to be void. I'm going to have to let you go, and it's not going to be a situation where just because we're family or friends, you can just take this job and half-ass it. You are going to have to do the job fully, or I'm not going to be able to employ you. But I'm giving you this opportunity still to have a very high-paying job with me. But that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed or always going to be there.
Still going to disagree with that because it's not that I think people in my family, shout out to my family who's over in our chat right now, or if you're listening, it's not that I think anybody in my family would do me any harm or try to take advantage of me, but it's just that when you've seen too much, you've seen too much. In my world, I've seen too much. I've seen how even if you're on a salary, I don't care what the salary is. Even if you're on a salary, but you are working for a family member, you have a tendency, some people, and it also depends on what your track record is. Just because your family doesn't entitle you to work for me and get money from me just because you're family. What is your background? That's what I need to know. How trustworthy have you been with your own life and your own finances and the things that you do? Well, listen, this conversation is not over, clearly. I want to get to some of these comments that are coming in as well. And I have to say, sadly, we have not our guest got caught up. He has to call in tomorrow, so I apologize about that. We're still going to give away these tickets to his show a couple of more times for the day. Right now, we got news, traffic, and sports, and we'll continue our conversation on the other side. You are listening to the Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lil Real. Right now, I'm hanging out with Robin on the Rob Report. That's right.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Kevin McCarthy has been removed as Speaker of the House.
The yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
McCarthy called for a vote on his speakership after Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz put forth the motion to vacate the chair yesterday. A handful of Republicans joined Democrats today to oust McCarthy. NBA stars from around the league are announcing their intent to play for Team USA at the Olympics next summer. Phoenix star forward Kevin Durant, Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry, and Boston Celtics forward Jason Tatum have all said they plan to play for the U.S. in Paris in 2024. Have a great Tuesday. Stay safe out there. And that's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Over in Irvine on the 5 North between Jamboree Road and the Disneyland Ball Road interchange, watch for a 30-minute traffic jam and backup. A brush fire is on the right shoulder at Paramount 710 North before Rosecrans Avenue. Drive with caution as there's a slowdown from the 91 freeway. In Santa Ana, an accident remains in the center divide of the 55 North before MacArthur Boulevard. And over in Anaheim on the 57 South before Catella, crash remains to the right shoulder with heavy traffic from the 91.
Lowe's knows fall is the perfect time for outdoor projects. Right now, you can keep your yard looking its best and save. Take care of leaves with leaf blowers starting at just $89.98. Lowe's knows home improvement. While supplies last, see store for details.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. Visit jpmorganchase.com/racial equity and get the tools to help reach your financial goals.
Is this the tether? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
LeBron James, at age 38, looks fresh and re-energized at the Lakers training camp. He's getting ready for his 21st NBA season. Only 5 other players in NBA history have played 21 seasons or more. Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Robert Parrish, Kevin Willis, and Kevin Garnett. The Clippers are dealing with a potential PR issue. They have free agent guard Josh Primo in their training camp. Primo, a first-round pick of San Antonio in 2021, was cut by the Spurs after he was accused of indecent exposure by the team's female psychologist. The allegations are still being investigated by the San Antonio District Attorney's Office. Clippers management consulted with the team's female employees before signing Primo. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
On Monday, October 9th, don't miss the KBLA Talk 1580 exclusive. The tape. 1 year later.
Y'all were coming for us.
Yeah, but Tavis, that's not in my heart. I wasn't coming for anyone like that. I apologize, but that was not me. That's not in my heart. And like I said a few moments ago, I have a solid, demonstrable record of shared power that's real and concrete. That can't be misinterpreted.
Join Tavis Smiley and an all-star panel of political insiders, influencers, and journalists for a look back at the crisis that shook LA City Hall when 4 Latino leaders were caught on tape making racist, demeaning, and derogatory statements about black people and other fellow citizens. On Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580, The Tape. 1 year later. We're broadcast live in afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later. Are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape. 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580. Monday, October 9th. Live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
As we go a little something like this.
Hey, it is me, D.L. Hughley, and I am thrilled to be heard weekdays in my hometown on KBLA Talk 1580. So check out the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a whole lot to talk about, let me tell you.
That's on the way. Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. Well, Lord. Yeah. We sell crack to our own out the back of our homes. We smell the musk of the dusk and the crack of the dawn. We go through episodes too, like Attack of the Clones. What till we break a back and you hear the crack of the bone.
You are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Hey, no, I'm just kidding. Y'all don't want to hear these bars? No, I'm kidding. If you are just joining us, welcome on Inside the Rob Report. We are having a really great conversation regarding money and family and how do we feel about blending the two of those. I do want to get to some of these comments over in our YouTube chat, but I have to give a special shout out to Andrea Hancock, who she won these tickets. Yay, Andrea. She is going to the Saban Theater on Thursday, the 5th. I'm getting a lot of dates mixed up, but no, it's this Thursday, the 5th at there's 2 tapings, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. And I am looking forward to going as well. We're going to be watching Barry Brewer Jr., and he is performing his live stand-up, his comedy special. So really looking forward to that. But right now, let's go ahead and give out another pair. Why not? If you want to go to the show and meet us there, you can do that by calling Andy at 1-800-920-1580. Get yourself a pair, you and a friend. But right now, I want to go ahead and get to Fahima, who wants to chime in on this conversation. Hello, Fahima.
Greetings, Robin, and hey to Avi. Avi from WVON, she definitely was in the sunken place, the Trump supporting lady. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, Robin, like if you remember MC Hammer, he hired LeBlanc. He had 200 people on the payroll and ended up going bankrupt. Now, it's nothing wrong. Like I would pay someone's tuition first, but I'm not giving money away. And unfortunately, our community, we don't know. Some of us don't know how to handle money. And I'm not any genius. I worked in the financial sector prior to changing professions. And I'll just keep it brief. When I left one job, they asked me, do you want your pension money in stock or cash? Well, I knew if I took it in cash, it would have been spent. So I took it in stock, and that's how I got involved in the stock market. But I just want to give a tip to everyone. One, FDIC has a free financial literacy program from children to adults, and I would encourage people. It teaches you how to manage money, and it's a free. And you can start with kids. Jamal Bryant, and I know I'm jumping all over the place, and I'm gonna hang up and say this. Jamal Bryant, when Kaepernick got his Nike commercial, you know what Jamal Bryant did? He's in Atlanta now, but he was here in Maryland. He called a bunch of financial advisors and parents and grandparents, and he had them buy Nike stock, not Nike shoes, but Nike stock for their kids. We're buying iPhones every 60 days, every 6 months, sitting here buying red bottoms and stuff, sending other people's kids to private school and on European vacations. When we need to do what we got to do today so we can do what we want to do tomorrow. I'm going to stop there. There's a lot more I'm going to say, but I'm going to stop there.
Fahima, thank you so much. We definitely, that to me should be the conversation. Avi, we are talking about money and family, and I want to get to this comment very quickly by Penny Thompson. She says, Robin, relatives will start with good intentions, but greed creeps in quickly and takes over destroying relationships. She also says working with family, unfortunately, burns a lot of bridges. The love of money is always going to be the root of all evil, related or not. That's a whole word right there. That's an entire word right there. And, that's the problem. That's kind of what I'm saying when I have seen so much. You think that money will never get between you and the person you love because you love them deeply. But if you start thinking, oh, well, she thinks she's too good, he thinks he's too good, she's making all this money now, or whatever the case is, and then you turn around and say, no, I'm giving you money at first, but then all of a sudden I say, hey, enough is enough. That starts to come in between relationships. So I definitely agree with you there. But Avi, don't you agree that the real conversation is how do we start to educate those family members who may not have evolved the same way that you have?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And that's why I started the conversation by saying, if they have a business plan, if they have shown some kind of thought or foresight or planning or preparation for when they get the funding that they want for their enterprise, then that's why you should give it to them, but not just if they come and say, hey, let me get that. And a couple of important points were alluded to by both you and Fahima. And, that mindset is important. If you are someone who spends your money easily, doesn't have a good system, is not good at budgeting, then you're probably not going to be able to hold on to that money. And that's why the large percentage of lottery winners go back to being broke, even after getting this ungodly amount of money, because they're not financially literate. And that's a really important piece. And also, as Fahima alluded to, family members can get sort of feeling entitled to your money. They can feel entitled to it. And I think that's a little bit about what we're seeing in the comments, not on this show, but just on the internet, about people being upset about what Jay-Z said. And you don't want that. You don't want people feeling like your money is their money just because you're related to them. And then you're gonna have people claiming to be your third cousin, and I knew you back in second grade, and
I know. I contributed to your success. You are who you are. You are doing what you do. All of the above. Somewhat due to me, somewhat due to, I gave you that piece of advice. I gave you an idea. People really will cling to you somehow, some way, and then they will, automatically assume somehow that they are entitled. It seems as though we have another comment. Let's get Marcel on in here. Hey, Marcel from Los Angeles.
I'm sorry. I just had to call back.
Don't be sorry. Yeah, add to the conversation.
So again, we talking about a Billy, right? Like not a million, a billion.
Yeah.
I'm giving you $1 million, and I'm gonna hook you up with a financial planner. Okay. But you got your million. If you trick off your million, leave me alone. You don't get no more. You 100 people, 100 of my closest family and friends. Here's your million, and if you trick it off, that's on you.
What about number 101?
Huh?
That person. What about your closest friend, number 101? They're going to be feeling mighty left out.
I don't know that many people. I'm like seriously.
Hey,
I don't know. I mean, I don't have that.
That's the problem, though. How do you get to know people? How do you know if people are coming into your life after that point? After saying, you know what, this dude did that for these people. Maybe he'll do it for me too. Kind of like Robin's going to do. But then at the same time, though, I mean, you don't want to set that precedent, man. I mean, it just doesn't seem like a healthy thing, and they might get mad at you if you don't after that. They might be like, you know what, man, this dude acting funny, man. He gave all them people that, and he didn't give it to me. It's a real slippery slope, man. Even if you can say, okay, yeah, I'm still gonna have 900 million to myself, it doesn't always work out like that in people's minds.
Well, like you said earlier, you preface it with how do you determine who's close to you and who's not. I'm 46 years old. I was voted most popular in high school. You think my phone rings as much now as it did in high school? The people who are close to me are close to me. The people who I call friends, I cherish as friends. And even me being broke, I still ain't accepting no new friends. So if I had a Billy, I already know it's 100 of y'all that's going to get it. Because like I said, I'm talking family and friends, and I'm still going to have some of that 100 left over.
Well, I will say this. You did not say that you were going to provide a financial advisor in your original comment. So I'll say that.
That's true. That's true. I wasn't originally. But originally, look, even if they trick it off, I'm still saying you had $1 million, bro. I'm sorry.
But this
because
is but that's
present me.
Go ahead, Marcel.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was saying you present me with a financial plan and all. That's work. I'm finna enjoy my 900.
Here's the problem with this, though. This is what I'm saying. Now, most people, you'll have to agree that even if you give them $1 million and they trick it off, they spend it, they don't know what to do with it, they haven't learned, they don't have a financial advisor, and they blow the money, they will be back. Now, I know you're saying you're saying that's on you. You did what you did with that money. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my 900. Well, the problem with that is that very special, that special peak right there where that person says, you think you're too good for me. You don't believe in me. Even though they went and did what they did with that money, they're still going to come after you. And when you turn them down, when you say no, then it creates a problem. I don't care if it's more than likely it's not going to be $1 million that we're giving away to people, to 100 people. That's really those are lofty goals. But I don't care if it's $1,000, $5,000, whatever the amount is. It doesn't matter. When people know that you won the lottery, that's why a lot of people show up to claim their money in disguise because they're like, I don't want everybody to know that I'm the one. You know what I mean? Because family, friends, people are going to be coming out the woodworks trying to get this money, whether they feel entitled to it or not. And once you do it, they don't do right by that money, all of a sudden they will be back. Now, here is the other thing. I will include this. Forrest Harrison talks about how LeBron James hired his whole high school. I can't find the comment here, but his entire high school basketball team. He said he sent them to school as well, and 23 years later, they're all doing well. Well, everybody has that type of story, or a lot of people have that story. Jay-Z, actually, who we're talking about, he has that story as well. But when you're coming up with like some friends who are close to you, you're probably friends with that person because they're like-minded. They're just as eager. They're just as willing to grow as you are. They're trying to put in the work to get to where they want to be in life. And if you get there first, you probably can depend on that person because you've witnessed for years that they can be trusted, that they won't betray you with other things. So yeah, I'm willing to take those people with me. I'll give you $1 million all day and then still be like, okay, help me grow more, or I'll help you grow, or whatever the case may be. But they have to prove that they are worthy of that. That's my biggest point. But Marcel, I give you props because you are a very generous man. You are a very generous guy. And like I said, that my comment still doesn't change. I will befriend you later. Cash in on my millie. Thank you so much, Marcel. We appreciate you. Thank you. Fahima, I appreciate these comments. She's basically telling everybody. Fahima's giving knowledge, all right? She says if you're with credit unions, basically you can get financial advisors for free. I think these are more of the conversations. It is fun to talk about what you would do, what you wouldn't do. But Avi, I really do believe in trying to I love our community, and I love trying to uplift our community, and however we can do that is within our own means, I think is great. But I think that's where it starts. Some of us are going to make it. And by make it, I mean you're going to become a millionaire or maybe the next billionaire, but successful in your own right. Some of us will, and some of us are going to be maybe not burdened. That's a strong word, but we probably will be burdened with the responsibility of helping those around us. And so I believe that that's probably where the conversation should stem, is helping those people around us to achieve a better mindset of being smarter about their money, so that when they do ask, we don't feel bad about giving them some money to help them start off their life. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing, though, I would add to Marcel's hypothetical situation. Mm-hmm. If you do give away $100 million, and let's say half of those people lose it all, right? Mm-hmm. Then that's $50 million that you could have spent maybe putting that money into the community. Doing what Nipsey Hussle was doing, buying up properties and then creating jobs and making the community better. And instead, that $50 million is gone. And what if you start off with $900 million instead of $1 billion? What if you start off with $200 million? Where is the line that says you have to give a certain amount of your net worth away to everyone you know? So these are all things to consider, but it's a great conversation.
I am in full agreement with you there. Avi, so appreciate this conversation with you as always. Where can everybody find you online?
You can find me right here on KBLA Talk 1580 Fridays, 4 to 6 p.m. and on Instagram at Avi Bernard.
Awesome. Well, you enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be talking with you very soon.
Always a pleasure, Robin.
Thank you. Okay, so right now, as it stands, you guys have voted inside of our YouTube chat. 33% of you said give the money away freely. You over here with Marcel. You giving that money out freely. 44% of you say just present a business plan. Let me know that I can trust you with this money. And then 22% of you are saying don't give the money away at all. Do not mix your family with money. All right, that's where we will end it there. We do have another giveaway when we come forward, but right now, no, we're going to get to our Who's Got Next on the other side, right? Yeah, we're going to get to our Who's Got Next, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song. You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, BB, and you're listening to me on The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're inside The Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep. That is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Rob Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, we're going to give away one last pair of these tickets. Again, this is Barry Brewer Jr.'s live comedy taping. This is happening this Thursday, the 5th, 7 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. at the Saban Theater. You can call Andy right now and get your name on this list, 1-800-920-1580. Congratulations to Marcel and Andrea. They are already going, and I'm going too. So you guys go ahead and get your tickets. But right now, we are going to go ahead and get to this song. It's Dre Scott called Feelings. Check it out.
Tell me all these things like I need you. Is it true? Don't wanna walk away, but you can make me stay. It's your move. If you choose, it's so beautiful, you and me, and I can make your dreams. I just need to know. Am I tripping? It's too soon to call it love. I know you're feeling all of these feelings. Let me know if you're waiting. You just got to tell me now. Just gotta say it, baby, don't be playing. Tell me impatient, don't keep me waiting. You just gotta say it, baby, don't be playing. Tell me impatient, don't keep me waiting. Oh, it feels so right. We can spend the night. Wanna know how you feel. Gotta know that it's real. Hands around your waist, waiting for the day. Now it's on you, baby, you're so beautiful, you and me. And I can make your dreams come true, baby. Now we can take it slow. I just need
It's just such a great song. Wow. Dre Scott. That is one T. All right. Scott with one T. That song is called Feelings. Yeah, this guy is all over social media, and I heard him, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. He is truly amazing with his vocal ability. Y'all, yeah, you're feeling it too. Okay, wonderful show. This was such a great one. It was fun talking about money and family with all of you guys. Congratulations to our winners for the live taping that's happening this Thursday, October 5th with Barry Brewer Jr. It's going to be a great, great, great night. And we are going to do it again tomorrow, all over again. And I'm looking forward to it. You already know who's up next. He is going to bring the fire as he always does. Zoe Williams with the voice of reason. You guys, I'm Robin Ayers. Truly appreciate you all. And remember, today and every day forward, to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black